Hello, welcome back to Farmbiz with Markay. Now, today is another great day. We are in our day 5 since we stocked these chicks. Remember, it's Cobb 500 from Zatec Hatchery. Now, we've not had additional mortality other than the ones we had. Now, today, this day 5 today, there is something I need to do today. That is removing this carton from the floor. So I had to extend it by 1 day or so because of the weather. So I'll now be leaving them on the sawdust today, starting from this day 5. Now, on this same day 5 also, I will stop the administration of that multivitamins and antibiotics on this same day 5. So I need to quickly remove this carton from the floor now because we've already used both sides. That is the under. You remember we flipped it over at a time. That's by day 2 or day 3 we already used the under. So it's time to remove everything and then burn everything to ashes. So that's what I'll be doing now. Now also I don't okay, I think I may still have to leave the tray feeders because I have one in each of the partition. I may still have to leave it in addition to this tube feeder that I introduced about 2 days ago. Now it's not yet time for me to really give them more space that I seen to expand the partition each of them is. It's not yet time for that because the initial space I gave to each of the partition is it was very okay for them. So I'll still maybe before week 2 ends, that might be the time I will need to now extend this partition that I give to them. So, but we are still in a way providing heat for them. Though today it was a bit sunny, so we turned off the gas during that sunny day, and so to save on that gas, and then ensure we open up some of the tarpaulin like this side that we opened. So it's a cool evening right now, but the temperature is a bit okay because they are still evenly spread in this brooder. You know, just before this time, I showed you how the brooder was. That is with the messed up carton still in the brooder. So it has been removed. The chicks, they are now on the sawdust. That is my bedding materials. Now there is something you need to understand. If I were to be using wood shape from day 1, there won't have been need to place a newspaper or carton on top of the bedding materials because of the nature of the particles. So because of the sawdust, we don't want anything to affect them. So that is why we had to cover it from day 1 to this day 5, so that they will, before this time, by this time, they will be able to differentiate between the feed and the sawdust. But that doesn't mean they won't pick from this sawdust, that is this bedding material that I am using. That is one of the reasons why you should ensure that the source through which you get your bedding materials is clean. It shouldn't be a place where cats, dogs, and wild animals go pool, do all sort of stuff. Do not get your bedding materials from such environment, also from such a sawmill where they shave wood and all of that. If you do that, you might be inviting troubles unknown to you. So don't do that. Ensure you source your bedding materials from a clean source. There is going to be some level of work for us. If not, it's going to lead to to feed wastage for us. You can see how they are batting in this sawdust now. It's bound to be that way. Even if you were using the wood shape, it still will happen this way because you cannot prevent this their natural instinct from you can't prevent them from exhibiting this their natural instinct, that is scratching these bedding materials and all of that. So it's bound to happen. So that is where our work needs to really be improved right now, because at times they are going to spray some of these bedding materials inside the feeder. But that notwithstanding, we'll keep removing it and then ensure we feed in bits so that it doesn't lead to a lot of feed wastage for us. With that, we'll be able to manage it. Now, it's still not yet time for us to replace these bedding materials because they are just being introduced to these bedding materials now. So maybe by day 9, by the grace of God, we are going to remove this sawdust that you are seeing now and then replace it with a fresh one. Now, why I didn't go for a wood shave is because of the cost. Because a bag of that wood shave around the area where I live is about 1,000 naira. But for the sawdust, a bag of that sawdust around where I live is free. So that is why you see me go for this sawdust. But that doesn't mean if what you have within your environment is wood shave, you shouldn't use it. Because there is also another thing you need to consider. If okay, because the sawdust is free, it's okay, you want to use it, consider the proximity to your farm. If for instance you need to spend some money on transport to go and get the sawdust free, and then you consider your the sawmill close to your environment, maybe with little or no transportation cost, you are able to get the wood shave. Just strike your balance. So if that's the case, you can go for the wood shave, but weigh the options you have available before you know which one you should go for, whether the bedding wood shave as your bedding materials or sawdust as your bedding materials. For some people, they can even use a rice husk. They can use it. It will still do the same, do the work for them. But one thing you have to ensure is that whatever bedding materials you use, it should be absorbent. What do I mean by absorbent? Because these broilers you are seeing, they can mess up the brooder, they can mess up the pen as quickly as possible. So the kind of bedding materials you should employ, you should use, it should be the type that is absorbent. In other words, the poo they poo, it should be the type that can absorb the moisture from their poo and all of that. So it shouldn't just be something, okay, when the poo is there, no. So avoid something like that, like this wood shave, sawdust, rice husk. So those are very good absorbent materials, so that are very good for bedding materials in deep litter system. So this is day 5. I'll be giving you day 7 update. Our average weight at day 7, that's in about 2 days from now. So I'll be giving you the weight in each set. Remember, it's still this side we have our Ultima Plus, here we have our Breedwell at the middle, and then to this other end we have our New Hope. Now, like since morning, since 9 a.m. we've turned off the gas brooder for them. That is the heat source. That was because the sun came out, the sun really shined today, so we rely on the sun to really provide that heat for them, and it was really of a great help to us today. So I need to give them some time now, because they are still evenly spread in this brooder right now. So after some time, when I discover that okay, they are like huddling together and all of that, that's when I will not come and put on the gas brooder for them again. But remember, it's because of the season we are. If it were to be dry season where it is sunning every day, by now we should have stopped providing heat for them. Because there was a time in the past where I had to provide heat for my broilers just for 3 days. By day 3, there was no need for me to provide heat for them again. And those birds, they did extremely well. So this is it. Now, for you, there is no rule of thumb really that states okay, you must provide heat for your broiler for 1 week. You must provide heat for them for 2 weeks. No. But all you need to do, your senses, that is your physical observation, needs to be in place. When you look at your birds, how are they evenly spread, or you see them huddle together in one corner, or you see them pant, open their mouth every time, spread their wing. When you observe that, you know the temperature is too much for them. By then, you need to reduce the heat source. So what I normally do if I want to stop providing heat for my chicks, by the first day, what I do, and when I stop the heat, I monitor them closely. What do I mean by monitoring them closely? Every 2 hours, I come around, check on them. That's at night now. Are they huddling together? So I observe them. When I observe that, okay, they are eating, moving up and down, I know, okay, the temperature is still okay for them. But when I come around, I discover that, okay, they are huddling together in one corner. So I know, okay, the temperature is too cold for them. I still need to like provide heat for them for some time before finally stopping them. But that I do as from day 6. So I will start that as from day 6 tomorrow now, so that by day 7, I should be able to stop providing heat for them totally. So that's what I'll be doing. So we are still on the second 12.5 kg LPG gas that I fill, but it's still there because I have not really used it much. So hopefully by day 7, we should be able to stop providing heat for these chicks. And now another thing, this tray feeder you are seeing here, but since they are on this sawdust right now, is going to lead to a feed wastage for me. So hopefully by tomorrow, by day 6 or day 7, you may not see this tray feeder here again. I'm going to replace it with another form of feeder so that they don't waste my feed that much. Okay, now I need to just like pick some of them and weigh to just have an idea of what the weight is going to be like by day 7. So this is the Breedwell end. I am putting it in the scale right now. Let's see what it's going to give me. And this one is already giving me 172 grams. So let me just weigh a few. But remember, what we are supposed to get by that day 7 is supposed to be at least 4.5 times the arrival weight. Right now, this one is weighing 177 grams. Okay, you can see. I'm just like trying to pick at random, see what their weight is like, and this one is giving me 154 grams. So let me see what Ultima Plus end is going to give me. Okay, this is the Ultima Plus end. Let me just pick some of them, then place on that scale. I'm seeing 168. Okay, so let me pick one more and then just put there. I'm saying okay, 175 grams. That's about almost the same. Let me pick and weigh like, okay, this is 168 grams. Okay, you can see the weight is almost within the same range. 159, 160. It's almost within the same range. So let me go to the New Hope end to see what I'm going to get from this end. Okay. Okay, just pick a random again. Okay. Okay, I have there 165 grams. That's one chicken there. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this is also 165 grams. Let me see if I'll be able to get one that will give me 170 something. This 158. Okay, so almost within the same range, 166 grams. Okay, now though by that day 7, that's when I'm going to actually sit down and take the average weight proper. I just want to have an idea what I'm going to get. Hopefully by that day 7, I know some of these birds, they are going to weigh 200 grams, some of them. Then you have most of them weighing about 180 grams, 180 something. Because our average weight, what we are supposed to get is within that 180 to 190 something grams. So hopefully we hope to achieve that. Now this is one of the reasons why this first week you don't need to joke with it, because you need to do all you can to ensure that this their weight, you get it within this first week. Because if you missed it, you may not be able to get it again. This is why you need to do all you can to ensure that, okay, this 4.5 times the arrival weight, you get it. Remember, our average weight at arrival was 39.8 grams. That's almost 40 grams. So if we multiply by 4.5, that should be about 170 something grams average weight. So hopefully we hope to get that. This is all I have for you today. If you find this video helpful, in a way to say thank you, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon, like, comment and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you so very much.